Okay. Hello and welcome to our CPTED presentation. I'm Joey McKinnon,
And I'm Cash.
and for this presentation, we're going to be looking over the residence of 2566 Skeena Drive and the gas station on Columbia Street.
Yeah, at the superstore there.
All right,
So we will start with the residence first.
get into it.
Take it away, Joey. There we go.
All right. So this is the residence of 2566 Skeena Drive. This is during the daytime. I took this photo around 10 a.m. Let's just get into it here. So this is the view leading up to his the front of his door here. As you can see here, there's lots of vegetation. It's pretty unkept, so it's pretty high up. Like the tree off to the left here, as you can see, it's blocking the view of this one window here. It also just the lawn just looks a little unkept, and there's no real clear walkway up to the front door, so it's a little confusing, I found. He does have this deck going for him, this little stairway going up, but it is wood. So it's not the greatest. I wouldn't say this would necessarily deter me from entering. You can also go under the deck and you're hidden from the view of this guy. Let's move on to the next one here. So this is more of the middle view of the property. As you can see, the front door is more off to the right here. Again, the tree's blocking the front door now, so you can't see out into the middle here. So obviously not too great for him. He does have this one middle window here, which is worth mentioning. That does have a pretty good view of this, I found. But as you can see on the left again, there's another tree blocking another window of this. It's also, as you can see, it's a lot of space from here. This is from the sidewalk, of course, from here to the front door. So there's lots of little spaces for you to sneak up on. A couple chairs here. I don't know why. I mean, it looks cool, but it almost seems a little welcoming, coming off the sidewalk, just a chair right there.
Come sit down and break into my house.
Probably that's not his intention, I don't think, but you know what I mean. I think we'll move on to the next one here. Okay, so this is where the good stuff is. This is his driveway. As you can see, you can't see the front door at all now because of this tree. So he's got a pallet jack for sale here, and I kind of laughed to myself when I saw it because this is right from the sidewalk. You can see this, and it's for sale, but what's really stopping me here from just walking up to it because it's on wheels and just wheeling it out, it wouldn't be that hard at all. He's got a lot of other stuff. I forget what the sign on the left here said, but it was some more he was more selling some of the other stuff on the property here. There's a tarped off boat. Just a lot of clutter and stuff. Lots of stuff that you could possibly steal. There's that one window that has a bit of a view onto it. But as you're going to see in the nighttime here, there's not a lot of lighting around. So I found that I don't know. You just have to see. We'll actually go into the nighttime photo right now. So this is the residence at night. As you can see, there's not a lot going on here. He's got some of the lighting. It's coming out from the neighbor's house, which it's not one of his. But I can't necessarily call that reliable, just because it's his neighbor's lighting. He controls when he has it on or not. Sorry. He does have these two lamp posts up at the front. They don't work. He did have two lights up at the front door. It looked to me, I didn't wasn't going up on his property or anything. I just didn't look like it was in working order to me. Go over to the next one. So here is more of the middle view again. So lots of hiding spots you can get into here. There's that window in the middle again. It's pretty dark now. It's not the greatest. He did have that one light on. So that wasn't really too great. That's not really an outside light though. And then you can see from his truck here, the pallet jack, his truck is now blocking the view of the pallet jack. So it's even more easier to steal here. So I'll get into the recommendations here now. We'll go back up to slide, it's all good. Go back up to slide 1 there. So I think the first thing to get done here is to cut down on this vegetation. Right at this left door, I would take that tree out, me personally, just so it's not blocking the view. If we go down to the other one. Sorry. Yeah. And again, cutting down on vegetation. Just pretty basic stuff. I would also make a clear walkway to the front of his house. I'd also put it make it pretty well lit, which will go on to my next point here. Is definitely to add on some lighting to his house. I think it'd be pretty worthwhile for him. Um, Things like motion detector lights with LEDs. So like if someone was to walk up on his property, it would flash. He could probably see that someone, like you see it turn on. You can go and look out, see what's going on. You could put those all throughout the property. I think along these windows, up on the driveway, especially. I think, just maybe on a tree pointing towards his house. Another good recommendation I would say is to take all this stuff here in the driveway and I put it into a storage area. It doesn't have to be too fancy or anything, but just somewhere to keep it all together. And then we put it doesn't have to be real, but it could be a fake camera pointing towards it. And as Cash recommended earlier, you could put a smile, you're on camera photo.
Exactly, yeah.
Sign, sorry.
Yeah.
He was also talking about we could fire smart this place, which is...
This is the perfect house for fire smart.
Yeah.
If you look here, it's a kiln as it is right now. The vegetation is touching the house. It's a log house that has not been maintained. It looks logs, wooden siding at least.
Mm-hmm.
The balcony is wooden as well. Look at all this crap right here. That'll just go like paper. So if he's resistant to crime prevention techniques, you can tell him, well, right now your house is going to burn down so fast in a wildfire, so maybe he'll be a little more interested in that. You could kill two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
With this house.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
It's perfect. And then just for my last recommendations here, go back to right here. Just the last thing I would add is just maybe like a fence along this sidewalk way, and then just like a little gate for his drive-through. Just because even if he does leave that pallet jack out, if you get a fence up at least, it's gonna be really hard to lift it over a fence. Difficult stuff. But those are my recommendations, and I'm gonna hand it off to Cash for the gas station now.
Okay. So this is the Superstore gas bar, the gas station here. In the Superstore parking lot at 910 Columbia Street West. These are the couple daytime photos here. It's quite a large gas bar, as you can see, with pumps on each side of here, as any typical gas station would have. And it has a very, very small convenience store, lawyer center, tobacco center right there. One of the things right away that you notice that I'm not too fond of, especially at night, is it's the farthest gas pump is very far from the convenience store, and so are these ones too. And the gas pumps actually occlude the view of the attendant from seeing what's going on at the very end. There are cameras at each one which work, but in my opinion, it's always still good to have some sight from the naked eye here. So this is closer up to the gas station or to the convenience store. It's very small. It's like a big steel box type thing that they've painted and made look quite nice. Right away, what you see here that's a bit of a concern is in the daytime we have open merchandise out for sale here. I believe this is windshield washer fluid. There's ice on the side here, but it is locked, which is nice to see. One of the things I do notice right away is, and this is true for all the sides here, except for the front, there's no windows on the sides. So how are you going to see if this guy is getting robbed in here? Can't see in, he can't see out. Things like that from the sides. You can only see in and out from the front here. It's interesting, the front door here, back in March or April of this year, was actually smashed in. And they went in and they looted the place, I remember. And then they fixed it with plywood until they got new glass to replace the door. And you'd think that they'd put some bars on the windows or something like that, but they didn't. So that's definitely a recommendation I have for them, is to put bars on the windows so that people can't break in as easily, as well as windows on the sides here with bars on them so that people can see in and the tenant can see out. There's the lighting on top here, as we'll see at night, and then there is some lighting on the side here too, which is nice to see. So it is quite well lit. Yeah,
Sorry, I've noticed that like a lot of gas stations now, like the best thing they have going for them is just how well lit they really are.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we'll see those in the night photos. Um, so yeah, these are the cameras that are at every single gas pump. They can, and the attendant has a monitor at his at the cashier till, and he can see every single gas pump and stuff, see if bad things are happening, and just also see if just a car pulls up and if they need gas or if someone needs some help with something. What I would recommend though is these cameras, like you can see them, but there's no like smiley on camera signs or nothing like that. And I think if they put that up, it would definitely prevent some crime because right now no one knows the cameras are there. This is the inside of the gas station. It is very, very small. As you can see, I'm standing in the corner, and that is my elbow bent there trying to get a photo. There's the attendant here. I blurred his face out. Yeah, so it's very small, limited products, all of low value that are like, so if you steal them, it's not a huge deal. And the attendant is right there. He can see everything that happens in the store within an arm's reach, basically. We have the candy bars and chips and the gift cards here. The tobacco is behind the counter. It's locked up, as well as some lottery products, I believe. Here is the scratch and wins. These are out during the day, but I believe it's after 9 o'clock. They are locked up, so you can't go in and rob all the scratch and wins, which is nice to see. Yeah, but it's a small, well-lit, tiny gas station with a big steel box, pretty much. But there's no bathrooms, which is nice. And yeah, but as I said, it'd be nice to see some windows from the other sides because it's pretty easy to go in and rob this guy without being caught. So yeah, the next slide here. This is the outside of the gas station. This is my car parked here, and this is facing Columbia Street. It's nice to see that there's no immediate escape or exit, like legal escape, no road that you can get onto Columbia from. But this little patch of grass here and this curb, I don't think is really preventing anyone from busting out of the place and just after they've robbed it and then driving over and getting onto the road, quick escape. So what I would recommend is some concrete barriers or poles or something like that to prevent people from doing that. I'm not sure if that's happened, but I wouldn't be surprised.
You could also just add even more of these trees.
Exactly, that's a good point. Yeah, more trees. There's one tree. It's not really doing it any justice, though.
Yeah.
And then this is the parking lot. There's a superstore over there. In the daytime, good luck having a quick escape with all the traffic and cars. It's so busy. But at nighttime, it's a little bit of a different story. And then, of course, Superstore has security and stuff. And yeah, it's just a very, very, very busy parking lot in the day. So these are the nighttime photos. I'm gonna have to hurry because we are running out of time here. So yeah, it's very well lit at night, as you can see, and the cameras are there, so that helps as well. The lighting can see better. And then the front here, it's nice to see at nighttime. They do lock up the windshield washer fluid and stuff like that, and the sandbags. But yeah, actually, it doesn't appear that the side lights on the big steel box work, but the other lights, the bright lights, work quite well. But yeah, like I said, it's probably not the best at nighttime with in terms of getting robbed and quick escapes because you can just drive onto the road and the parking lot is typically not busy at nighttime. It's funny because when I was there was actually an RCMP officer sitting in the parking lot, but that's typically not going to be the case. So yeah, that is a presentation for business center residents for crime prevention through environmental design. We thank you very much for watching. And yeah, do you have anything to add, Joey?
Yeah, no. Just the last thing is this our photo reference here.
Awesome.
So yeah, thanks for listening.
Thank you for listening.